Hello, I'm Jan Sharavinsky and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. Overnight, Russian drones fell on the city of Kharkiv. According to the city's mayor, Igor Terechov, within a single hour, Russian troops struck Kharkiv at least 12 times with Shahed drones. The main target of the Russian forces was an apartment building, alongside other civilian infrastructure. At least 11 people were wounded in the attack. Russian troops also struck the Sumy and Kharkiv regions, with local officials reporting 7 people wounded overall. The Russian Ministry of Defense, in turn, has said that on the morning of the 27th of March, only one Ukrainian drone was destroyed over Russian territory. Now, on the front line, the Russian armed forces have resumed attacks in the Pokrovsk sector. According to Moscow's military experts, the push marks the beginning of the active phase of an offensive targeting Pokrovsk, with FPV drones, artillery and infantry all involved. According to Ukrainian servicemen, Russian scooter assault groups have reappeared near Uspenivka, southwest of Pokrovsk, as warmer weather returns to the area. Pro-Russian military experts justify the use of quote-unquote electric self-propelled scooter troops by invoking the peculiarities of the battlefield, when sometimes it's necessary to cover short distances where movements by a vehicle is impossible due to threats from the air. Moving on now to the Middle East, where overnight Israeli strikes killed a family of 6 and a Hamas spokesman in the Gaza Strip. Another strike near Gaza City killed 6 people, according to Gaza's health ministry. Israel ended its ceasefire with Hamas last week, launching a surprise wave of strikes that killed hundreds of Palestinians. It has vowed to escalate the offensive if Hamas does not release hostages, disarm, and leave the territory. Meanwhile, hundreds of Palestinians have taken part in anti-Hamas protests in Gaza, in one of the most public displays of defiance against the militant group since the war with Israel began. The protesters have taken to the streets to demand the group step down from power and end the war with Israel. Now, we opened today's episode with a video showing the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade as it continues its relentless campaign against enemy forces, turning Russian military equipment into scrap. This latest footage showcases a series of precise strikes that took out 2 enemy tanks, an armored Tigr vehicle, 5 Ural trucks, 2 Kamaz trucks, a UAZ Patriot, and even a motorcycle. This is not just another battlefield encounter, it is a brutal demonstration of Ukrainian firepower and tactical superiority. In the clip coming up, you'll witness a nearly flawlessly executed operation by Ukrainian forces, with reconnaissance, precision strikes, and relentless pursuit. The Manticore crews detected the enemy, tracked their escape route, and delivered a devastating FPV drone strike on their shelter, forcing them into the open. What followed was a series of pinpoint drone drops, ensuring no one made it out. This is modern warfare at its most efficient, technology and tactics delivering a crushing blow to the occupiers. For 11 years, the National Guard of Ukraine has followed a credo of fighting with strength, defending honor in the fiercest battles, and carrying out its duty with unwavering dedication. There can be no retreat. For the invaders, there is only one outcome: justice, delivered swiftly and decisively. Coming up is footage of the Solovey group carrying out its operations. A coordinated strike by the Ukrainian 28th, 93rd and 53rd Brigades crushed another Russian attempt to advance and secure a foothold in the industrial zone near Toretsk. The Gyurza UAV battalion first detected the Russians when they were still approaching. As the invaders split up, the first assault trio moved forward, only to be met with devastating fire from the 93rd and 53rd Brigades, guided by precise corrections from UAV pilots. Follow-up strikes prevented any chance of regrouping. In the end, the only Russian survivor tried to flee, but didn't make it far, cut down by machine gun fire. Another failed assault, and another victory for Ukraine.
Главного хода, звезда своего хода. Так как мы заходим, да?
Вижу, вон вылазит из окна.
Побежал, молодцы.
Возле входа. Прям самый левый вход. Уходит. Убегает.
Ходи, встречай. Вот. О, пацаны, да, хуярят. Не, бабай, да. Бабай пострел, хорошо, сейчас его трошки Опа, побежал.
And with this, we conclude this episode of Military Mind. Please stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news and updates.